Every book has a story to tell. It has a life. It once belonged to somebody. It's like an archaeological find. Every time you open a book, you see little bits of the past. You see very little bits of how things were back then when this book was made. So you never know what story is unfolding from it. Not only just the story that was printed in it, but the story of the book itself coming alive and telling you that this was my life. Being able to restore it, I give it a new life, and with a stronger structure, with its pages reattached, it can continue its story, and it has a part of me in that story because I was that bookbinder that put it back together again. So I think that's a very nice bit of me that's left in a book that will eventually become somebody else's history. Restoration, you need a lot of time at the beginning to take apart and to understand what needs to be repaired. If you rush a book, at the end of it, what you see is that the book is under so much stress. It didn't have time to relax and breathe. So that's when the time involved is very important. Bookbinding is not a job that pays a lot. I think I get by. I'm happy, live simple. And sometimes when you live life as basic and simple, it could be very enjoyable as well. You start to see a different perspective to life. I would say that bookbinding has made me very particular about that little alignment, how complete things are, even in life. I stopped getting angry. I stopped being frustrated. That frustration that I used to have for people has now converted into something that is more constructive. And there are a lot of things that a handmade book has that a machine-made book can never ever have. I mean, if I hold a book that is 80 years old, I want to see brown pages. I want to see that it's got marks and stains and how the paper has decided to alter its colorations versus one that is still as white as it was the day it was made. Well, it's the use and the abuse of the books that is very interesting because it gives that book a personality beyond the content of what was printed in that book. And I think what is very interesting is to know who used to own that book. And it's almost like a face or like a mirror because it has memories. The book will keep the memories of who it has seen before in various small ways. Not exactly like capturing a photo of the reader, but more of like capturing the little habits and the little quirks and sometimes even the handwriting or the little drawings that the reader once had. That's one part that will be lost in future books that were made today. Ultimately, a book is to tell a story, and what story do you want it to tell? That is really how the book should become.